Hello, I'm Craig, and I'm a developer. In this course, we're going to be exploring a term that you've probably heard quite a bit. That term is API, or Application Programming Interface. In addition to being able to recite what it stands for, when you complete this course, you'll be able to discuss what an API does, you'll understand why they exist, and you'll be able to list the many benefits that they provide. You'll even get some hands-on experience using a few popular web APIs, which will give you a taste of what all this excitement is about. We'll be starting from the very beginning, so there really isn't too much I'm going to be expecting you to know before starting this course. I would like to request that you have a touch of experience with coding and a wee bit of knowledge about the web. If you've written any program at all, even the typical first program, you know, the one where you write the words, "Hello world," if you've done that in any programming language, you'll be pretty much ready for this course. It'll be helpful for you to have a basic understanding of how the web works with web servers and browsers, but don't sweat it. We'll touch on this too. Now, if you haven't yet met these requirements, please check the notes attached to this video for where to get started with some beginning web and programming concepts. Oh, that reminds me. You should probably take some time to get used to your learning environment. The notes that I just discussed are attached to this video. I'll also drop more information in that section to keep you updated on what might have changed from the time I recorded this. Now, I'll do my best to remind you to look in there when there's something that I think you just have to see. But you really should get in the habit of checking that area out. There will be tons of juicy information there. Now, these videos have captions, so if you feel like you might benefit from having those on, please use them. This space is all yours. If you want me to speak slower, use the speed controls to slow me down. And if I'm taking too long of a time, just speed me up. I make a pretty good chipmunk. And last, but certainly not least, take advantage of the fact that you are in a video-based course. If you need me to repeat myself, use the video controls to rewind me. If you feel like you need a break to let something sink in, by all means, please pause me.
I'll be right here waiting for you.
I know that I've gotten into some bad video viewing habits with all the streaming media. Now, while binging might be a great way to consume an entire season of your favorite show, it's not the best way to learn something new. Education isn't meant to be binged. And because of this, I'll probably remind you quite a bit to take breaks and encourage you to let what you just learned marinate. All right, let's get to it. API. Those three little letters generate quite the buzz, don't they? Now, first, I'd like to take some time up front here to clearly break down what is meant by Application Programming Interface. By understanding its purpose and a touch of its history, I think you'll start to see its importance and begin to understand why this term keeps popping up in your life. After we get a good grasp on the what and the why of APIs, we'll go and learn how to explore two existing ones. We'll get familiar with a handy tool, Postman, which provides a nice way to interact with web-based APIs. We'll use that tool to hit an external web API to send actual text messages. And we'll get some interesting data back from a streaming music service API. After some practice using the APIs, we'll insert them into a web application. The application we're going to be building is a web app called Complimenter. Our app will allow you to send compliments to your friends, your families, and your colleagues over text message. And then it encourages them to visit your site and do the same. Now, I've included the final applications in both JavaScript and Python, and together we'll walk through how to use external web APIs to solve the missing pieces. We're going to be strictly using APIs in this course. We won't be writing our own. Now, while you most likely will end up learning some best practices in API design, we won't be covering that specifically. There are many great courses available that show the creation thought process, and I've linked to some of my faves in the notes attached to this video.